Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz,
I'm Scott.
and we're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. This episode, it's like an episode, but it's optional. You don't have to listen to it. So it's brought to you by
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
Oh no, you have to listen to it. What are you doing? Don't you touch that? Don't you touch that dial? This episode is brought to you by Stringjoy. Sound better, play better, and go to stringjoy.com, buy some strings and some cool accessories. They've got a new logo with all their new fancy hats and socks and little tiny towels that don't cover enough of your body, but they dry pretty good.
Are you talking about the microfiber cloths?
Yeah, well, it covers my microfiber just fine.
It's like 4x4. Do you just come out of the shower just wearing that?
Yeah.
Oh, God, my eyes. Oh.
And our next segment's going to be about finding help, because you're going to need it after that. Call someone. Because it's okay. Don't be ashamed. But oh my gosh, we totaled that. I'm sorry, Scott Marquette. Is how you pronounce it? Is it Marquette or Marquois?
I thought it's Marquardt.
Marquardt. You know what? It is what it is. I'm sorry, Scott. Not the Scott on this episode, the other Scott. But so go to stringjoy.com. Please don't tell them what you heard. That's between us. So we want them to keep sponsoring us. Scott, what's new with you?
Oh, well, I'm entering therapy apparently. No, I got a new toy in. I got the Shure MV7.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's the the USB SM7B kind of style, right?
so it's got the shape of an SM7B. It's a little smaller. Like I was trying to figure out how to do a demo of both of them, because like I don't know how to switch sound devices quickly.
What if you recorded it like into both at the same time and just panned left or right, or just like edited the audio to go from one to the other, like mute one and you could
the obvious thing I could do would be just plug the other one in XLR and just have them as two channels. I just mute one in Pro Tools or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
But I also wanted to show off the built-in side of it, because it also, you don't need a sound card with this one. It can be completely standalone, and that's how I've been playing with it so far. It's
no
over
cloud lifter.
No, so I used it on a Zoom call the other day, and it sounded great. And I actually ran my headphones off of it, which was actually really nice, because it worked for me sitting with my laptop in my chair, because I wasn't even at my desk. So
do you think we're going to see, whenever the pandemic's over, do you think we're going to see these in every Starbucks across the nation?
Oh God, I hope not. That's just rude. Like, don't, if you're going to have video calls and stuff like that, don't do them in Starbucks.
And don't do them with a Shure mic.
It's overkill. What? Yeah.
What'd you say? Carol, mute. No, mute it whenever you're not talking, Carol.
No. Please just use use the earbuds that came with your iPhone 8 years ago, and put the mic right inside of the collar of your shirt, and so it just sits there and just goes.
Or every time you talk, lift the mic up right to your mouth and be like,
oh yeah, I love people who do that. Anyway, no, I'm looking forward to using it more. There's a high likelihood that I might not be living at home for a while.
It's not like you're going homeless. I'm like, well, at least you'll have that mic to go with you.
No, sorry. When I say not living at home, I mean not living in my apartment. Like, I might go live with my parents for a little while we're dealing with some personal stuff on that side. And so this will be a real big, nice little portable, helpful thing while I'm there, because I'm on audio calls all the time. So,
well, even then we had the joke where we were like, oh, if you would have brought a mic, you could have done the podcast while you were in Denver.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but like, which I mean, that was your time away, but still, like, it's if you're, going
Mhm.
away for a while, you've got a great option right there.
Yeah, I mean it's way easier than also carrying a sound card and also making sure that works and then figuring out the XLR
Could you
cords
plug
and all
that?
that kind of stuff. So it's just one
I
USB
guess
cord, nice and easy.
it doesn't run off of a 3.5.
No.
Okay, I was about to say because that would have been great for like if you were to do like interviews at NAM, like a sit down interview, like up in one of the rooms or something.
Well, it's got an
But
XLR out on
if you
it.
have a laptop, yeah, you could do that too. Um, yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, audio wise, I think you'll find it doesn't sound like an SM7B.
Didn't you
But
say it'd probably closer to like an SM58, SM57?
I think it sounds closer to that, but I don't think
Okay.
it sounds exactly like the 58 either. But it works really well. So,
Does it give
re-endorsement
you
for me.
very white voice?
No.
Oh,
Well, you can get really up close on it like this, like that kind of thing again. You do get proximity effect with it.
welcome to Loveline with Scott Hamilton. Or not.
Is Loveline the Dr. Drew show?
Yeah, that was Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Man, Adam Carolla giving advice to young teenagers.
Yeah, what you gotta do is make sure that she's fully asleep. Like, no, Adam, that's not it.
Oh,
Dr. Drew hits.
we went there. All right.
Yeah, we should probably, can we delete that out?
I never edit the show, so
Dang. All right, everyone pretend I didn't make that absolutely horrific, stupid, bad
that was
joke.
a bad joke.
Bad joke. Bad form.
They never said stuff like that, did they?
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no. No, I was being very exaggerative because it's the guy from the Man Show.
Yeah,
So
him and Jimmy Kimmel, who's now a late night host. Who
yeah.
people share clips of him giving "This is the way society should be" from the guy who used to introduce girls on trampolines.
Well, we also get a lot of society information from a guy who used to make people face their fears and eat bugs. So,
In fairness, that he
In
still
fairness.
kind of does that.
he's still eating bugs and making people face their fears.
He just now talks
Marijuana.
about taking drugs a lot in the process.
No, it's really great. I was submerged in water, and because of the salt level, I was just kind of floating there, and I was really high. I don't know anyone Jack Nicholson, but whatever. All right, let's move. Let's keep moving.
That's
I
your
didn't
Joe
get
Rogan
shit.
impression. All right.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't get shit this week. Let's go on to gear news.
All right.
Let's
As
see.
we
So we're
both
gonna
wait
start,
for our computers to open.
we start with Red Witch launches a limited edition dual channel clean boost, the Pristina. Okay, do you remember when Red Witch like was about to go out of business?
Didn't they get bought over?
Maybe that's what it was. Something crazy happened. Like everything was on sale. But this pedal is very cool because of the artwork and the pedal design itself. It's got the knobs on the very top where like top jacks would go. And it's got 2 foot switches. I don't know what they do.
So it's 2 independent germanium boost circuits. So you
what
can
is this?
cascade them into each other, right? And you can get that higher. It can run up to 18 volts, so you get some more headroom out of the circuit. I mean, yeah, it's 2 germanium boost pedals in one.
I like it. The design is very different too. It doesn't
The artwork works really well.
And Red Witch, I'll be honest with you, I used to hate like their design. I didn't like their font and look. I wasn't a big fan. This is very, very cool. This reminds me of some like M. Night Shyamalan shit.
So what I kind of think is cool too is they have a red and a blue LED for each channel, and it will go violet when both are on.
Oh,
That's just
That's
kind of a
cool.
fun little quirky thing.
I'm trying to think. I love whenever an LED, like I love whenever your light is like multiple LEDs and you can see different things.
Yeah, it's helpful, especially
it's
when like
not-
people are cramming a bunch into a pedal. It's really helpful.
Especially when it's not like an a digital pedal. You know what I mean? Like those you expect like, oh, it's yellow, it's green, it's like whatever. But like when it's like an analog pedal, like a boost or something like this, that's whenever I'm like, okay, that's really awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So they are limiting this to 99 pedals, which is a very skinny run. Each one is
another limited edition, y'all. Oh,
$5,000. Limited edition pedals. All pedals are limited edition if you really think about it.
Curmudgeon.
Sorry, I just remembered that meme I made for Westminster last week that got posted. I think he shared it on Instagram today.
What was it? It wasn't. Wait, which one was it?
You know how there's that meme where the one astronaut is like, "Wait, this has been this entire time."
Oh yeah, and the guy shooting him.
Yeah.
Oh, did he really share it? That's cool. Shoot. What was I doing? All right, sorry, I Joe Biden myself. I got confused and didn't know what I was saying. $299. Nope, sorry.
Yeah, for dual boost.
Not for me, dude.
It's a little pricey.
I mean, it looks really cool. Like it definitely, like, honestly, the looks don't always get me to buy a pedal, but the look of this one, if this was like 175, I think it's like the tops, maybe 200, I'd be down. But like 300 and it's limited. No, that's not. Because I feel like anytime they announce it's limited, it's a cash grab. Not in a bad sense, but like they're definitely like for me, it's a cash grab. Like, okay, it's gonna go to the people who can scrounge up the money the fastest. You know what I mean? It's not one of those.
But that's the way literally every pedal is.
No, it's not.
Well, there's always I mean, usually with all these companies, when they first launch a pedal, there's always a supply chain issue, and especially this year, like everything, like literally, we keep hitting on this topic for like the last month, but like everything that gets released sells out usually pretty early on. There's always supply issues, or there's oversupply issues.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is I can at least save up for it. This one is not something you can, whenever it's like $300 right away, that's not disposable income for me.
That's fair. It's a very fair statement. Yeah.
Like that's my point with some of the things. That's my small issue with, like, and that's what I was trying. Well, all I was trying to say was like the $299 is way out. It's out of my disposable income. It's out of something. So I know I'm not going to get this pedal.
Yeah. Is there anything comparable to this where there's two boost pedals in one thing? I think the one thing I'm thinking of is the more that Big Ear used to make. Do they still make that?
Yep. I don't know, but this looks cool. I like the look of this.
Yeah, I mean it's about the size of like the Klon style or the KTR or like the Kilt or.
Yeah, it's a little big, but it's definitely like it's just different and I like it.
Yeah, top knobs.
Yeah, I like the top knobs. Reminds me of like the Octavia or the Tim, where it's got some top knob love going on. But speaking of top knobs, only a top knob would own this. Ibanez revives the RG565. I don't know what's different about this, but from every other fucking Ibanez out in the world. But it's got Floyd Rose. It's got some ugly colors, and the inlays match that ugly color. And it's humbucker and single in the neck, no middle pickup, two knobs.
It's actually it's a humbucker in the neck. It's a single. It's a blade.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. Well, if you want to look like a top knob, buy it.
Yeah, I mean this is your 80s shred stick.
What if Jason bought one? It's just like you. I don't think.
Here's the same thing. I think you just made a great comment where you're like, same as every Ibanez. I'm like, I could have sworn this is already made.
Right. I mean, unless you're an Ibanez fan.
Yeah, what is the thing that sets this apart from other Ibanez's? Like, is it the colors? Is it the
I think it's the colors, the matching color of the inlays.
Okay.
That's not a very common thing. Is that the normal Ibanez headstock, or that's a reverse headstock, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's got a reverse headstock. So I can see that there's a couple things different, but not enough to make me want to go jog. So,
do you think? All right, where do you think we are with this whole '80s shredder thing? Because it's had this kind of resurgence over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it has. I think it's almost like the irony thing for like when the younger people are into it, or there's the younger people who just happen to love freaking Metallica and shred metal and thrash metal and all that.
See, I wouldn't even associate these with Metallica. I would think more this is like hair metal era.
Honestly, anytime I see something that's like a shredder guitar, I automatically just think Metallica. Like if someone owns this guitar, they know some Metallica riffs.
Yeah, but I know some Metallica riffs.
Yeah, you know some, but you don't know like this is the guy who'd be like breaking out like the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, it's not me.
Like some deep cut stuff. Like Call of Cthulhu, something fun like that.
Yeah, out of my element.
Or he just knows how to play Nothing Else Matters at Guitar Center. Just the intro, not the full intro, just the boom, 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 boom. That was horrible. I'm sorry.
How much are these? I was about to jump on the speaking of only knowing how to play Metallica riffs for the segue, but
oh well, if you want to.
No, that would be insulting to the next artist that we don't really know. Did you see a price tag on him?
No. Hold on. Let's do some intelligent research, and by that I right clicked and hit search Google. $1,000. $999.99. Not horrible. Not horrible. I'd say that. Not horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm good.
Speaking of not horrible, that moves us to our next thing. Australian multi-instrumentalist Tash Sultana gets their own Fender Signature Stratocaster. So is that like their preferred, what is it, pronoun? Why does it say there?
Where do you see that?
The title. Australian multi-instrumentalist Tash Sultana. It's their own Fender Signature Stratocaster.
Oh. I mean, it can be.
That'd be interesting. That'd be the first time I've like seen it in like a, like, I don't know.
Yeah, sure, they do that a few times. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that pronoun is used a few times throughout. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I just don't know much about this person.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Along with the launch, Fender spoke to Tash Sultana about their track, Pretty Lady, as well as the process behind creating the new Stratocaster.
All right, so do I have to backtrack what my comment was going to be?
What about Metallica?
No, about Fender made that promise that they'd have more signature artists for women, but if this artist does not identify as a woman?
Well, I think this might be the first time that any guitar, most guitar, probably this is the first time
we've had to deal with it. And I don't want to say that I said something wrong there. I should have said we have to deal with it. It's just the first time we've just been like, oh, I don't know.
Had to interact with it or had to like, it's the first time it's the first time I've seen it. Someone using a non-common preferred pronoun in a
two straight white guys deal with
two straight white guys try to be politically correct
and fail.
While dealing with
and fail to handle it gracefully.
Well, yeah, but at least we're trying. It's purely due to ignorance on my part, at least. I'm an ignorant person. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know if but this is the first guitar I've ever seen that's ever been like, it's not a female artist or a male artist.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what I was trying to say.
Do you want to talk about the guitar a little bit? Because actually, my other comment here is, I think I kind of knocked the last signature guitar we looked at as, oh, it's just a fancy paint job on a normal guitar.
Right.
Which, yeah. There's that side of it really being annoying, and like we'll get into more signature guitars later here because there's another one in the pipeline. I think
I do love the fact that it's a humbucker single. It's HSS configuration because that's not common for signature stuff. I think the only other person I can well, no, that wasn't. He didn't have a signature guitar. Mick Mars is pretty famous for that. But
yeah, and it can be tapped too. And the other fun part is it's Yosemite single coils for the neck and middle, and a custom Alnico 4 pickup for the humbucker. So
that's cool.
Those are the things that make signature guitars is, unique features, unique electronics, unique sound.
Matching headstock, which isn't super common. I know the Kenny Wayne Shepherd did. It seems like they're doing a lot of matching headstock on artist signatures.
I think it's a popular option that people want.
I love matching headstock. The only time you should never have a matching headstock is on a Sunburst or any burst.
Oh yeah, I can see that not working too well.
That would be horrible. If you did that, you'd have to. I'd think you'd have to do like, if it was like a.
What if you just blacked Sunburst it out on a Sunburst?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But if it's like anything else, like, well, I think that's more like a tobacco burst, where it's like the dark black into it. I think Sunburst.
A 3-tone Sunburst in Fender has black on the outside, whereas like a cherry Sunburst or a cherry burst on a Les Paul goes to like a red
burst.
Yeah.
Right. Which goes, a honey burst is more towards like a brown yellow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks good. Gold hardware. Love it early. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like gold hardware, but
with red, it's more like a Corvette style. And the only thing is it would be hard to get rid of that because it would look awkward with the Fender logo being red on the headstock or gold on the headstock.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would clash. Sorry, it's tacky.
Wait, the Fender logo is always gold.
Yeah, but with this matching headstock.
Okay.
No, I think on matching headstock it can change depending. Let's see. Let's look up the Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Kenny Wayne, blue on black. Sorry. Kenny Wayne Strat. Okay. Silver hardware. And what color's the logo? Is it gold? It won't let me zoom in. Gosh dang it, I'm blind, people. Here, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Oh, it is gold. I think with the red, though, with that red and gold, it just matches so well. It's like the Washington football team.
Oh, that reminds me. Something for work. Anyway.
Okay, all right. So speaking of something for work, I don't know. How much is that guitar?
What's that?
How much is that guitar?
I don't know. I didn't see a price on that one either. We're not on it today.
We are. You see that ball over there? Yeah, we dropped it. Go pick it up.
All right. It's going to be at $1,099. So it's probably from the Mexican factory.
Mexican factory. Yeah. If it's sub 1,000, it's got to be Mexican.
I actually, I know this came up earlier. I was like, I like this. I like that a lot of these signature guitars are coming out of the Mexican factory when they're just kind of like subtle changes.
No.
First off, the Mexican factory makes decent guitars, especially when you're swapping hardware out on them. Like the pickups and stuff like that. So that makes them better.
We go through this like
it gets it in people's hands easier. But we could also talk, there's like weird misogyny or whatever going on, or like ageism or whatever, where all these newer artists get the cheaper signatures, and like you still have like the Stevie Ray Vaughan and the Clapton being crazy expensive. So
I don't know. Also, a lot of the artists that it's made in Mexico are not as popular as those artists that you just mentioned.
That's fair.
I mean, if the Edge says make this stuff custom shop and in America, or even if Fender's going to do an Edge, the only one that's made in Mexico that really surprised me was actually Brad Paisley.
Not the Troy Van Leeuwen. That one surprised me.
That it's made in Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
No, not really. I don't know. All right.
I think it's just it's kind of good in that way of like contemporary artists make more affordable guitars for the time because their fan base is younger and probably doesn't have as much money available. Whereas like a Clapton Strat is
for younger. They could make that one America.
Yeah, like a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan is not necessarily a 15-year-old right now. You know.
Yeah, on average, I would say yes.
Yeah. Now there are 15-year-olds absolutely discovering Stevie Ray Vaughan for the first time and it blowing their mind and all that kind of stuff. But
Texas, it's like what was Walk Hard, little Dewey Cox singing blues. That's what I imagine. Yeah. Just some little kid in his room. It's flooding down in Texas. Yeah. My dog drowned. All right.
I still gotta ask, am I the only one of us that has a signature guitar? That has bought one of these signature guitars before? You don't have one, do you?
I mean, no.
And Chris never bought one either.
He had Billy Armstrong, dude.
Oh yeah, he did. He had a Billy Joe.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Have I ever had a signature guitar? No.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Oh yeah. Fucking
the Teller.
Yeah. Dang it. Like Richie Kotzen.
Yeah, you bought one of those. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was made in Mexico. No, that was made in Japan. Yeah. All right. Can we move on to this next one?
Yeah. Speaking of, while we're still on the signature guitars discussion.
Yeah. Gibson launches the new Slash Collection Victoria Gold Top Les Paul Standard. Okay.
I'm so tired of Slash guitars.
Is this one relic? Oh no, that's just the lighting on that picture.
Yeah.
Okay, how much is this? $3,000? Probably. Like 25.99 euros. I
mean, it's the same specs. Oh, it's a Burst Booker too, instead of his his signature pickups.
Isn't Seymour Duncan's his signature?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. So. Okay. I'm going to say something that I hope Gibson hears. We don't need any more Joe Bonamassa or Slash signature guitars. Stop. We've had enough of them. They're not his signature guitars anymore.
The one Indian rupee is equal to 14 cents. Just saying.
How'd we get to that?
Well, I was searching for how much 25.99 in euros is, and it never.
Those are pounds.
Okay. Whatever. It's too damn much. Speaking of too damn much, this next pedal is too damn much in one box for as cheap as it is. Electro Harmonics gets wobbly with the Eddie, a Bucket Brigade vibrato and chorus pedal. All right, I'm going to talk about this really quick because someone sent this. They sent a screenshot right into our chat room, and I was like, I mean, okay, so the artwork is kind of cool. It ain't anything to freak out about, but this pedal has been one of the few pedals recently that I have been very excited about, and I have to own one. I've been looking for. I've got the. How do you pronounce it?
Chrysostom.
Yeah, Chrysostom from Westminster, which is really, I like using it for weird noises and stuff like that. But one of the things that I didn't like it about the Julia, and one thing I don't like is I don't feel like it has a lot of control. I don't have a lot of control over it. I want to be able to shape tones and do weird, like fun noises, This vibrato and chorus has 6 knobs. It has a volume. That's another thing. I don't like volume drop. I hear a volume drop. this has a shape knob, a rate knob, a depth knob, an envelope knob, and a tone knob. It also has an expression input where you can either control the depth or the rate. It is not stereo, which a lot of people are upset about. Well, once you go stereo, of course, you never go back. And I don't care because I don't run stereo that often. But this is freaking sweet. It's $99.
Yeah, it's real Bucket Brigade too.
Right. Like, this is fantastic.
Yeah,
I
don't get how it's that cheap.
I don't either. I think that
this seems like feature wise it should be a $200 pedal.
Yes. That, and honestly, I was like, this is really cool. This is really cool. And I saw the price and I was like, are you effing kidding me? This is fantastic. There's people in other groups like making fun of it and all this. You're fucking stupid. This is great. Ben's gonna love this episode. I'm dropping the F-bomb like crazy. Sorry. But yeah, no, this is fantastic.
So the real feature to this that I think sets it apart from a lot of other ones on the market is that envelope control. If you have that hole, you hit it harder, it reacts differently. Is a game changer.
This is going to be. I mean, I know people are like, oh, I soundscape. I like making cool noises. Not like I like. That's like I tell people all the time. I use wah totally different. I like using wah as more like a filter. You know what I mean? Like I ride the heel a lot, and I like looping cool noises and making like almost like a deep pad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I recently played guitar on this thing where I used a cut the mix filter, and I started listening to it again on it's just a preset on my Kemper. And I was listening to it, I was like, this is kind of just a mid-range boot with a boost. And I was like,
right,
if I just reduce the Q on my my wah and hit the boost button, because my wah has a boost built into it too, I could do that effect on demand using that.
Right.
And so it could just be like, I could actually use my wah as my like solo boost in some ways, that you just kind of dial into exactly where you want it to be and just leave it. So yeah, I've had thoughts about that.
And the fact that you could also get the pedal from EHX that is pretty much like it. You plug it in, it's like an expression pedal, but it just has the two parameters and it jumps between the two. You pretty much can have presets. You can have a preset. Kind of like what my phaser does, where it's got, I can switch between two quote unquote presets where my parameters are the same and everything, but I just change like the different setting. Well, I change one setting. Like this is kind of the same thing. But this is really cool. I think it's neat. I think it's awesome. The EHX knocked it out of the park with this for a $99 pedal.
Yeah, I think these are going to sell really well.
Yes. And if they don't, that's ridiculous. This has, I have a feeling this will end up being a top seller for EHX.
Well, I mean, chorus is still not that popular of an effect.
It's making a comeback.
Look how many people are definitely, it's becoming more popular with kind of the advent of more that, I don't want to say it's like funk playing is kind of finding its way into pop music, but you know what I mean? Where it's
that wave sound.
Yeah.
That's, I think, like, look at the Albee with Big Ear. There's a need for that. It's people are getting that. Look at here's a funny thing. Look at the what's that, the guy Gautier or whatever who did the Somebody That I Used to Know, and they did like the 80s version. Like there's people who do that. They do like the 80s version of songs, and
so
like that,
they made it sound like INXS played it instead.
No, they made it sound like new wave. Okay. Well, I guess INXS was kind of new wave, but they're more. And when I think of INXS, I think I got to let you know you're one of my kind.
So what? When you say new wave, is that like British new wave? Does that like, what's his name, jazz master Costello, like that type of new wave?
Was he new wave? No, not that kind. I'm talking about like Flock of Seagulls,
Okay.
stuff like that. American new wave. Well, Flock of
Duran
Seagulls was British.
Duran, Blondie, Talking Heads, Costello, technically
Didn't
considered
work.
new wave.
I don't know about that.
The Police, Cars, Depeche Mode, The Cure, Culture Club, Tears for Fears, Gary Newman. Guys, Scott's reading a list.
In Cars. Sorry.
INXS is included in this list.
Okay. Well, yeah, but the fact that Audacity had a genre that was just called Primus, that's pretty awesome. Did you know that?
No. I mean, they really do define genre. So
I mean, they are their own genre. Primus is their own thing. I was in my first band, The Shank, and we were recording on Audacity. We were running instruments in through the 3.5 using a converter for Radio Shack, dude. It was so bad.
I hope the mic picks up me rubbing my forehead deeply right now and sighing.
But we I mean, dude, did you ever have the app or the program Tabit?
No, but I actually still use Audacity to this day. I use it for work.
Okay. But Audacity, if you save and you pick a genre for your recording, there is a genre called Primus, and we saw that, and we're like, Primus is so epic that they have their own fucking genre.
That's awesome.
Okay.
All right.
I Joe Biden myself. I don't know where we're at.
So KHDK Electronics has come out with the Scott Ian SGT-D boost and preamp pedal.
Okay, hold on. What band is Scott Ian from, Scott?
Anthrax.
Did you already read the article?
No.
Or did you know that?
No, he's also been in a bunch of other stuff. Like he's the dude with the crazy long goatee that just like every time VH1 has something, he's involved in it.
Yeah, because he needs money.
Not gonna lie, I think he did like a super band at one point with like Ted Nugent.
Shit. Yes. Oh no, that was a show on VH1. Remember they had to write a song and everything. I forgot about that show. Hold on. What was it called? VH1 show. Ted Nugent, Scott Ian. That's what I'm doing. Like Supergroup. That was the name of the reality show. It was 1 season long.
Well, I think it was right around the same time INXS did their version of American Idol, where they were auditioning the new lead singer.
I remember that too. Yes. Oh my gosh! I just had a flashback.
I actually really enjoyed that one.
It's from 2006. So I was in 11th grade.
Yeah, I remember watching that one, and like, I want to say,
Sebastian singer. Jason Bonham was the drummer. Pearl Day was, I guess, like she was the other guitar player, maybe. Evan Seinfeld. Who is he? What was he from? Oh, Biohazard. He was the lead. He is the bass player. That's right. Oh my gosh, dude! I totally forgot about that show. I want to watch that again
because that was right about the same time Audioslave was going too, wasn't
Damocracy. That was the name of the band, Damocracy. Oh my gosh, so edgy. Hold on.
Are we going to get copyright struck from you listening to this right now?
No, there's no copyright on this shitty song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this name of this show should have been Washed Up.
All right, can I be honest with you? I'm looking up Anthrax songs right now, and the only one I know is Bring in the Noise, and I think that's from which is the one they did with Public Enemy.
It was on Tony Hawk, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on Tony Hawk, and that's the only reason I know that song. I can't
read Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtracks again. That was fun. Oh my gosh. I don't think that was the episode, but we did find an interesting fact. The most downloaded episode of this show is called Diaz Reads List. And honestly, I think that might be the episode.
That might be. That's the episode I just gave up trying to steer the show in any way, shape, or form, and just let you just go.
Scott, you do carry the show. Okay. I hope your back's okay.
It's pretty sore. I mean,
Tom Kelly.
Yeah, because I carry the show. Because how many episodes was I gone in a row there for like a year?
Dude, I don't know.
Anyway,
yeah,
I think it's just people being snarky. I don't think anyone actually thinks I do anything.
Oh, I know. This. You know what? This show is like it's all of us. You know, it's
really our good episodes are when all three of us are there. When it's just like two of us, there's always something missing. So
yeah, there's always there's us having problem with dogs barking at Chris's place because my dogs have gotten used to this. It only took them 2 years and 78,000 yelling.
Episode 138. That's when they finally figured out how to do this.
Yeah, they actually have not bothered me one bit. Okay,
right. Can we talk? Should we talk about the pedal at all, or no?
Yeah. Okay. I don't care about that band.
250 limited to 250 units. Yay! More limited edition.
These will not sell that fast.
I think they will. I think there's.
They
keep making Scott Ian crap. There's got to be something. Like he's just got to have like a dedicated fan base that just buys everything.
$250. All of his stuff is cheap, and like, but here's the deal. Here's the thing. I don't think that people who listen to Anthrax have $250 laying around. Sorry, that's as judgmental as I'm gonna get. I don't think. We'll see. I say we track how long it'll take for this. I feel Jason hating me right now. So Jason, if you are hating me, just know that I know. Okay.
Out of stock,
Jason.
It's already sold out.
Bullshit. We didn't even finish the episode.
Mm-hmm.
When was this? When did it go on sale?
Like last week.
Yeah. Okay. It took at least. It's not like it went out the first day. No way.
250 pieces only. If I see you flipping this on eBay, I'll stab you in the liver.
I'm looking at KDH or KHDK now.
Dude, go to the quotes are great on this. If you go to their website.
I don't want to go to their website.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Oh my my shopping cart's empty. I gotta go.
Yeah, I don't know why it linked there, but you gotta go to the main page.
Mystery pedal. Get this if you want to stop shitting in people's ears with your ass tone. Sergeant D? Who's that? Is that the character on here? Oh, we're edgy. The best feature on the pedal, the tip of my cigar lights up as you play. Fuck you, other pedals. Edgy, whatever. Pending COVID delays, the pedal ships before the end of this year. 250 pieces only. If I see you flipping this on eBay, I'll stab you in the liver. Fuck off, Sergeant D. Sorry. Ever since their Milter pedal, I'm good.
Yeah. Not my thing.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. All right. Let's move on to the next thing. The last thing. The
thing Scott's most likely to buy from this list today.
Go on and say it.
So John Mayer has teamed up with Casio to create the G-Shock watch signature model. It's a digital Casio watch with a stopwatch in it, and its colorway is to match the 6900 Casio keyboard. Oh, SK5 sampling keyboard. That's the one. Diaz is just sighing so hard right now.
How much is it?
It's $180. Which for a Casio watch is kind of expensive. Because we were looking these up earlier. Didn't we find like a normal G-Shock's like $100?
Yeah, 99.
Which is about the market that I pay for watches. I've got a fancy one, but I never wear it.
I've got a fancy, honestly, I need to figure out where I put it. I have a couple Fossil watches that I like. One of them is my fancy Fossil watch that I got at my friend's wedding when I was I was one of his groomsmen.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying Fossils, that's not too far out of this price point. Now, I would argue Fossil's a nicer watch than a Casio G-Shock.
Yep.
This is much more like an everyday watch.
Yeah, like every day, if you need to pick up your kids from the soccer field before you go shopping because you're a stay-at-home dad who's wearing his all-white New Balances and says things like, "Hey, Skip, let's go down to the Kroger and find some organic vegetables." Which is something that John Mayer is going to be doing in like 5 years.
John Mayer is a dad that's not a dad.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's kind of just, it's fun. I think it's supposed to be a joke more than anything, or it's supposed to be a quirky little thing, because at least, like 5-10 years ago, John Mayer was like a big, like, fancy watch head. Like, he was always talking about watches, and there's like a clip with like him in the studio with like Kanye West, and they're like bragging about watches to each other. So
I think that's more the fact that he's a honky and he has nice watches.
All right. Anyway, so be prepared to see everyone in Gear Talk Praise and Worship with one of these in like a month. With their Red Wings boots and drop cut shirts that say WRSP or whatever the thing is.
Playing a pink Jackson dinky, ironically.
Do people still do that?
I don't know. John Mayer did it.
He did it, and then the Silver Sky came out, and then
yeah,
I haven't really seen it with anything else.
All right, let's not talk about John Mayer. Like, I like John Mayer, but ever since the bandana, I'm just been done with him. I'm pre-bandana John Mayer.
What are you referencing?
Whenever he started wearing bandanas.
When he started playing in Dead and Company?
It was right before that and freaking sombreros or whatever.
He had that with that one album.
Yeah, the Heart-Shaped Warfare or something like that. I don't know.
No, it was the one after that. It was Paradise Valley.
Okay. Well, Heart-Shaped Warfare or whatever, that's whenever he started wearing the bandanas.
Heartbreak Warfare.
Yeah, that too. I don't know. I stopped listening to him.
Well, it's a shame. His last album was great.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10. A
Continuum is still his best album, right? But like this was up there in his top albums.
That was still one of my favorite concerts I ever went to, was seeing John Mayer on the Continuum tour. He opened up for Sheryl Crow.
That's awesome.
And then
did he come out and duet with her?
Oh, she came out and danced around in bikini whenever he did Daughters, because this was the last night on the tour.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good. He had Pino with him and Steve Jordan.
Such a good
band.
So
that was the first time I saw Pino Palladino. The second time was with Nine Inch Nails. So I've seen goth Pino Palladino and white guy blues Pino Palladino. Now I just need to see him with The Who, and I can see like classic rock Pino Palladino.
Or if Pino goes back and plays with D'Angelo, then you can see R&B.
Yeah, dude, Pino Palladino is the man. Everyone needs a Pino and a Steve Jordan in their life.
If only bass players and drummers were that good universally.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go off on a random tangent. All right, so what's one of your favorite concerts you ever saw live? Or list some of your favorites.
I feel like we've had this discussion before, but Nine Inch Nails, I saw headline Lollapalooza.
What year was it about?
Oh goodness.
I'm trying to see what like music they would have been doing.
I feel like Hesitation Marks just came out.
Okay, so we probably saw him around the same time. Pino wasn't with him there?
No. That
Okay, 'cause
might have
that's the
been
tour-
when Juan Alderete.
Okay, because when I saw him was the Hesitation Marks tour
Mm-hmm.
when he was touring for that album, and Pino Palladino was with him.
Yeah, that was the year he played Austin City Limits with that band, right?
Okay, I don't know.
Because Pino's in that band when he did Austin City Limits.
That's probably the same one. They did
That
a
was
crappy.
that was not the same tour.
Okay. Did you see him after or before me then?
I think I saw him before.
Okay.
I feel like he played Copy of a on that tour, so that's why I'm placing it that way.
Huh. Maybe testing it out.
Yeah. Well, it was like his first tour in a while too. Let's see. Radiohead. That was a different year at Lollapalooza. I'm trying to think which John Mayer was a better time I saw him.
I've only seen John Mayer once.
I saw John Mayer right after Search for Everything or whatever that album. His most recent album just came out. Like I got a free copy of it with my ticket. Like that was like the time frame it came out. Where
is that what he did? His album sales like Prince did.
Where yeah,
do you know about?
If you bought a ticket, you got his album. So then like he guaranteed went platinum.
They built the album sale into the ticket price, so it looked like they're selling the album.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking shady as shit.
Yeah.
Prince.
Well, I mean, it beats every iPhone in the world gets a copy of your album, so that you have one of the best selling albums of all time, Age of Innocence.
Oh, we're looking at you, Bono.
Yep.
He was just trying to help the environment by not causing more greenhouse pollution, by making
which in turn making everyone's phone download something spent some measurable amount of energy and harm the environment.
Well, yeah. You know what Cheech and Chong say? Fuck the seals, save the whales.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's literally that's a song he sings. It's really funny if you'd watch it. You should probably watch Cheech and Chong movies at some point in your life.
Yeah.
You don't have to be stoned to watch them, so.
Yeah.
It helps. Like, I'm not going to say that. Dude, Rush Live was probably one of the, like, that was cool. That was seeing like living legends.
You know, in a former life, I was talking with the manager of Rush about like attending one of their rehearsals because they were dealing with this like slapback echo issue in this venue and they wanted to fix it.
Really?
That was a cool exchange of emails. Yeah.
It never happened.
I mean, it didn't pan out. Just couldn't get it to line up.
I would have like turned over hell to get that to happen. Rush was pretty cool. I got to see Chicago and Earth, Wind and Fire tour together. That was pretty neat.
I didn't see the stage, but I heard that concert.
Yeah, I got really mad.
They played the amphitheater out on Northerly Island here in Chicago, and so I just sat on my buddy's boat and in his dock, and we just like grilled and just drank beers on his boat and just listened to the show. It was fun.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, sorry, that was REO Speedwagon in Chicago. It wasn't Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh yeah, I don't like REO Speedwagon. That guy's voice just gets me. Don't. And then he like cut his hair short and it was blonde and he looked like a weird like lamb. So that always made me feel awkward. Yeah, I got to see let's see, Goo Goo Dolls. Got to see them for free. That was pretty cool. Matchbox 20 and Counting Crows. And Counting Crows did not play Mr. Jones. So,
you know, the time I saw Counting Crows, it sounded like butt.
Yeah, no, it was not that great. Matchbox 20 was fucking on it though.
Yeah, I like Matchbox 20.
I don't care who you are. I feel like if you've ever been around a white person, you have to like Matchbox 20, or you have to like
you have to like Rob Thomas in some form. It can be Santana. It can be.
I don't like. Yeah, I mean, what type of person doesn't like Smooth, the 1999 summer smash hit Smooth by Santana featuring Rob Thomas?
I mean, it's a meme at this point, so it's become like that. I think on the internet it's become like, oh yeah, I hate Nickelback. Where, shut up. People love Nickelback. Shut up.
I don't care. No, listen.
It's just a meme on the internet now.
Like, the thing about Nickelback is there's a lot of Nickelback I do not like, but if I hear "I never made it as a wise man," I'm singing. Like when Silver Side Up came out, that album was fire.
That was a big album. I think it's when he did that Spider-Man song. I think that was kind of when they started going into like that people hate him.
They say that a hero could save us. No, where they lost me was, what's the Photograph wasn't even it. I hated Photograph, but it was the Animal song. Just a couple animals. Oh, I hate that song so much.
I don't even think I know that song.
It's pretty much like the guy and the girl get caught by the girl's dad fooling around in the back of the car. Yeah, that's the premise of the song.
All right.
They're running away from him. He's freaking out. I mean, you got songs like, you got rock songs that mean stuff. You got songs like "Mama, I'm Coming Home" by Ozzy Osbourne. You got songs like "Mr. Crowley," which is a history song, pretty much. Like that's. Then you've got like when they go into hair metal and douchebag metal is douchebag rock, and they're like, I feel like douchebag rock is like any band that the guy who wears a seashell necklace would listen to at his party where he just wants to bang a chick. Like that's Nickelback.
Careful with that.
Why? Do you have a seashell necklace?
No,
I need to know that?
I don't think I ever had one. No, but I start thinking of like Seven Dust and stuff like that, and I know that you're gonna get upset. So
no, Seven Dust is like, well, I guess Seven Dust
in its heyday, man. You gotta remember how mainstream nu metal was, and like that era of rock was actually quite mainstream, and so it was like okay to like it and be that douchebag bro.
No. There's that. I'm talking about like the sleazeball douchebag. You're talking about the let's chug some Mountain Dew douchebag. Yeah, no, that's Seven Dust. Totally.
But that was Puka Shell Necklace guys.
No, not where I'm from. That was the guys who listened to like Seven Dust who were like that were the guys who like had tribal tattoos and like that went up their neck. Like they had visible tattoos. They weren't like
there was the Ed Hardy phase, and then there was the now it's Affliction shirts. I have no idea what it is anymore, but
or like the douchebag with like the like wife beater, the black wife beater. Like it's not a white wife beater, it's a black wife beater. So it's a shirt. You know, it's not just an undershirt, it's a shirt. And I'm trying to think. And they wear the jeans where they're like bedazzled on the back. Like they're like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we all lived in the 2000s and watched a Dane Cook special.
Oh man, whatever. Early Dane Cook was funny as hell.
Oh yeah.
It was after the month where he went downhill, and that movie's funny too.
His movies were fine. I don't know why people hate on him, other than just like I just got tired of everyone repeating his jokes to me. But
it's a B&E.
That was a funny bit.
My favorite part of that bit was be like,
what did they take?
It's like Dane, there's a car. Yeah, they're fucking everywhere. You're gonna see them all throughout your life. Now, if it's a, what was he like? What did he say? If it's a seal or like, if it's now, if you see like a whale, let me know, because that shit's interesting. That was a. Now I'm gonna go watch. It was, you know what? It was the people who repeated the jokes back, but like did the Sufi, and they said, and they're like Sufi, and you're like, you're so fucking stupid. So that was a fun topic, Scott.
Was that effectively our topic? We're not actually going to talk about the topic we planned.
You know what? This episode was just Diaz and Scott chit chatting, and you get to listen to us talk. So sit back, have a beer,
I'm sorry.
rewind it.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I actually had plans for this episode.
We're gonna, well, yeah, this was a lot more fun. Yeah, hey, you know what? We've got a topic for next week. Way to be ahead of the game, Scott. Keeping us prepared. Thank you.
We already have a topic for next week.
Not this topic?
Nope.
What? Or can you see the future? Do you know something that's going to happen?
No, I can see the group chat with Chris and the thing that Chris wants to talk about next week.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh.
I probably should get my messages every once in a while.
Probably.
Okay,
right, should we land this plane?
Yeah. All right. So if you are interested in planes, you can join our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/effects loop. Tell us your favorite plane. Mine is probably the SR-71, which, well, that's a fighter jet. We'll say a 727. Follow us on Instagram at the Effects Loop. Find our YouTube, because we don't know where it's at. Email us at theeffectsloop@gmail.com if you want to suggest a topic, or if you want to just say hi. You can, if you want to send us money, don't send it to that email. Send it through our Patreon at patreon.com/theeffectsloop. We got a lot of cool little perks. The main thing is that, for just $5 a month, you too can join our little chat group that we have a lot of fun in. And also, big shout out Stringjoy. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Go to stringjoy.com and buy some awesome strings, because all you're doing is sitting around playing guitar anyways. Treat yourself, okay? For the Effects Loop, I'm Diaz.
I'm Scott.
And I did that all in one breath. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Just breathe, dude. You're okay.
All right.
Bye.
Dictionary, why is negativity always drawn out? Picture every visualized love, energized lives together. We undefeated, a plan to make well, there's no gloves needed when we weed into the mindset of achieving and believing in a community that remains happy. Ever after. The world should be one. Hate annihilated, every heart is one. Love again. So